Have you ever heard the expression, the only way to predict the weather is when you're in it? Well, I'm going to give you a market update for June, but really it's for May, right? Because we're looking at statistics and numbers from last month. But it seems like, if you're not completely in the market, writing offers or having listings and as an agent, it can really go by in a rush and you won't have any idea of what's really going on unless you're just really in it every day. And I'm not going to say I'm in it like every hour, but I watch listings and sales. I keep an eye on them just as much as a football or baseball fan will look at, the new players and or during the season statistics, because that just kind of gives you an idea of what's going on. Hi, I'm Michele Replogle from Compass. And today I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I'm seeing, give you a couple stories and then some statistics. So please excuse my looking at my cheat sheet, which is the statistics that are given to us by Compass. But one that caught my eye, because it's a flip book that will be down below that you can take a look at your leisure. One of the things that caught me was the speed of the sale. And for the west side, which I primarily work on the San Lorenzo Valley, 28 days on the market prior to an acceptance of offer. And then that number just gets higher as you kind of spread out from Santa Cruz, although the east side of Santa Cruz had 25 days and central Watsonville 21. I will tell you, Watsonville has some really good, if it could seem affordable, it's affordable. So they can sell a little quicker. And a lot of times those buyers are just ready to jump. Where on the west side of Santa Cruz and some other parts of Santa Cruz, people come into the market and then they have to kind of be in it and navigate it, write a few offers, go to a few open houses, and then they jump. Where Watsonville, you'll have people that have been waiting for their house to come along. So that can be the difference. And that's the difference between the buyer. We have a more transitory kind of buyer-seller within Santa Cruz. And then in Watsonville, you have people that have just lived there for a long time and they're ready to buy their first home. So they may have been looking for a while. The other thing that caught me, I thought was kind of interesting, is the median house dollar per square foot value was interesting, but no, I'm going to go for the median house sale price. For Capitola, it won at 1.712, and west side of Santa Cruz came in at 1.5. And that's interesting because I just saw an article online. I'm not going to name them, but they had it listed at 1.4. And then another article had 1.2. And I was like, no, it's closer to 1.6 to almost 2 million. These are median. These are right in between. So these numbers are always subjective to the person that's collecting them. But what you need to know as a buyer and seller, you probably need to know these base numbers, because as a buyer, you'll need to know who your competition is, what numbers they're looking at. So you want to make sure you get the most accurate numbers you can, because you're like, well, I'm going to be competing on this property. What are the buyers looking at, to where they're going to price it and where they're going to purchase it, especially if there's multiple offers? Well, I always tell people to go look at Zillow and Redfin, because more often than not, buyers are going to look online for anecdotal numbers, trying to figure out where they want to come in at if they really want a house. These are, in my opinion, very well done studies of the market. So I would trust these numbers. I will tell you that 1.5 is probably still low for the west side of Santa Cruz. 12-month sales in the MLS areas. There was 118 on the west side of Santa Cruz, 117 in Boulder Creek. And keep in mind, that's so interesting because that's right where the fire was. That's right where insurance is an issue to get, where there's some infrastructure problems. There's the water company up there. I believe it's up on Kings Highway that's having trouble getting their water service to homeowners. So that's really interesting. Scotts Valley, 115 sales. So what I learned in looking at these statistics is Scotts Valley is really sneaking up right in behind the city of Santa Cruz in terms of desirability, but I'm not seeing a lot of price jumps in Scotts Valley. People tend to purchase right around list price around there. Now, some of the houses I've seen for sale lately, I've seen them between 1% and 3% more, but I've seen a lot coming in less than the list price, unless it's just, as I always say in every video, if it's just, screaming best location, best condition, it has everything, it will get multiple offers, and it could be as high as 10% over. Haven't seen a lot of those, but they're still out there. So know what you're making an offer on. So why haven't I done a market update in a while? And why? What's going on? I will tell you, I haven't done it because it's such a weird market. I put an offer in on a property and had the agent come back and go, well, we want to take your offer. Can you come in a little higher? Seller said no. The buyer said no. And I said, okay. But they were still kind of like, hey, we like your buyer. And that's just something I haven't experienced in higher volume markets. The other thing is I had a listing I put on 2 days later. I had an amazing offer. That offer backed out because the buyers, sorry, I just hit my camera. The buyers not only did they not agree on buying the house, but they're getting a divorce. Real estate is everything but boring. It's so crazy. You're really in the thick of it with people. I felt really bad for them, but we had another buyer that stepped up, came in and closed it, all done within 17 days. I put another one on members only in Sunnyvale, and we have promised them an offer this afternoon. They want to write an offer. I think she has a few questions for me. We barely went on the market, and they want to buy an at list. That's happening, but it also skews the market, because when you have sales like that happening that have barely been on the market, it's really hard to gauge where they'll go. Now, the one I told the sellers, I think this was a good offer. We took it, and I was wrong because they fell out of escrow, right? You just don't know what people are going to do. Then we got another offer, and it closed and was done really quickly, no drama. But it's hard to gauge the market on those kind of sales, and that's where we are in our market. Now, usually when the market kind of goes a little sideways and you're not sure where it's going to go is in August. But this year, it seems like it's gotten a little wonky right when people are starting to go on vacation and graduate and all the other life events that happen normally at this time of year. But I would say there's buyers ready to go and they're jumping. And then there's other buyers that are like, I want to wait. I want to see what's going to happen, or I'm not ready now, but I want to keep an eye on the market. Michelle, can you send me listings, or even showing them occasionally while I'm kind of doing my market research? So we had about almost 4 years of just kind of crowds running and putting multiple offers, and, as a listing agent getting 10 offers. Back to, there might be a couple buyers interested in your listing, or you might just have one that's going to step up and get it done, and you're like, I don't know where the market's going to go. I don't know if the interest rates are going to go up or down, so I'm going to take it. That's where I think we're at. I don't have a lot of other statistics to read you. I'm going to put this flip book down below for information. It's always really good to see Bay Area median house price appreciation rates, 37% in the last 4 years of Santa Clara. Santa Cruz is coming in right under that, a little bit above 30%. That's insane. Can you imagine buying a house and you just want to live in it, but it could actually maybe fund your retirement? That is why real estate can be so precious and so emotional, is the financial effects it can have on your life, and maybe interesting. Anyway, that's what I have for you today. I certainly hope my mic situation will work. I've been having problems with mic. Please follow me on my socials. I'm on Twitter, not much there really, but I'm on Instagram, and I post pictures and videos of Santa Cruz there. Facebook, I always post what I'm up to. Please like, comment, share. I'd love to hear from you. And then, of course, email me, text me, and just reach out. I hope you have an amazing week and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye.